Well, hello everybody. This is Professor Beauregard Howard. As you can see, I'm not in jail and I've been out, so I'm the one that's going to tell you all about Halloween. I know that you guys want to go there and get your candy and all your treats and everything else. Well, I'm Professor Beauregard Howard, and as you can see, news reporter Jack, well, he just can't talk right now. So, we're going to go to Harlem and find out what's happening about Halloween. Yeah. Well, hello everybody. This is Youth Pastor Emmanuel, and I'm here today to talk about Halloween. It's a big holiday and it's coming up, and I know that some people here want to dress up as their favorite superhero or something like that. But this year we're going to do something a little bit different, and it's called the Harvest Party. But before we go too far, I want to tell you about Halloween. Oh wait, we have a question. Calvin, what is it that you want to know about Halloween? I have a question. Hey, Youth Pastor Emmanuel, we're going to come to a harvest party? Wow, is there going to be candy there? Because you get a lot of candy going out the trick-or-treat. Hey, and Adelaide and myself, we're not going to dress up. We're just going to be ourselves. Hey, yeah. Okay, well, we're going to talk about that, but right now, I want you to remember, listen to me, I want you to remember this Bible verse, Romans chapter 12 and verse 1. Do not be conformed to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able, please remember that, then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, His good, pleasing, and perfect will. So that's what we're going to look at. Remember, with everything I'm telling you, make certain that we put God first. Oh, you have a question over there? I see 3 people that have questions. I'm going to be a princess for Halloween. I'm going to be Superman. Well, I want you to know that the Bible verse, Romans chapter 12, verse 1, is something we want to practice, okay? But let me tell you about Halloween. Halloween is observed on October 31st and noted for its pagan and religious roots and secular traditions. In much of Europe and most of North America, observance of Halloween is largely non-religious, celebrated with parties, spooky costumes, jack-o'-lanterns, pumpkin carving, and the giving of candy. But the holiday also marks the beginning of All Hallow Tide, or All Hallow Tide, a 3-day Christian celebration dedicated to remembering the dead, which begins on October 31st and is followed by All Saints' Day, November 1st, and All All Souls Day, November 2nd. Halloween has its origins in the festival of Samhain among the Celts of ancient Britain and Ireland. On the corresponding day, which was October 31st, till November 1st on contemporary calendars, these people believed that it was the beginning of the new year. The date was considered the beginning of the winter period, the date on which the herds were returned from pastures and land tenures were renewed. During the Samhain festival, the souls, this is what the Irish believe, or the ancient people of Britain or England believed, okay? They believed that during the Samhain festival, the souls of those who died were believed to return to their homes, and those who had died during the year were believed to journey to the other world. People set bonfires on hilltops for relighting their hearth fires for the winter and to frighten away evil spirits. And they sometimes wore masks and other disguises to avoid being recognized by ghosts thought to be present. All right? That's important. It was in those days that beings such as witches and hobgoblins, fairies, and demons came to be associated with this day. And I'm referring to Halloween. The period was also thought to be favorable. It was a period of what they call divination. Now, divination, okay? That means that somehow God would bless this period, okay? Now, I'll tell you what happened. And they thought that God would bless this time because it was really special. So they had marriages on that day, Halloween. Thought that God would bless your health and help you out when you died. When the Romans conquered the Celts in the 1st century, they added their own festivals. The festival of Varilla, commemorating the passing of the dead, and Noma, the goddess of the harvest. Now you see, these were pagan holidays. They didn't worship or acknowledge God at all. In the 7th century, Pope Boniface established something called All Saints' Day. It originally took place on May 13th, and in the following century, perhaps in an effort to compete or supplement a day because of the pagan holiday with the Christian observance, it was moved to November 1st. And on the eve of All Saints' Day, it was a holy day. All right? And this was a holy eve. And that's where the word Halloween comes from. By the end of the Middle Ages, the secular and the sacred days had merged. The Reformation essentially put an end to the religious holiday amongst Protestants, although in Britain or England, especially, Halloween continued to be celebrated as a secular holiday, along with other festivals. Oh, wait. We have another question? Yeah, I have a question. Hey, look. Does anybody eat spaghetti on Halloween? It's just a question. Well, okay. We're not talking about spaghetti, and I imagine some people might eat spaghetti on Halloween. But let me tell you more about it. Now, along with other festivals, the celebration of Halloween was largely forbidden among the early American colonists. Okay? Although in the 1800s there developed festivals that were marked for the harvest and incorporated elements of Halloween. When large numbers of immigrants, including the Irish, went to the United States beginning in the mid-19th century, they took their Halloween costumes with them. And in the 20th century, Halloween became one of the popular U.S. holidays, particularly among children. As a secular holiday, Halloween has come to be associated with a number of activities. One of the practice is pulling harmless pranks on people. Celebrants wear masks and costumes for parties and for trick-or-treating. Thought to have been derived from, now trick-or-treating came from a British practice where poor people went around asking for food, and they called it soul cakes. Trick-or-treaters would go from house to house with the threat that they would pull a trick if you did not put a treat in their little sack or give them something sweet like candy. Halloween parties often include such games as bobbing for apples, perhaps deriving from the Roman celebration of Pomona. Along with skeletons and black cats, the holiday has incorporated scary beings such as ghosts, witches, vampires, and to the celebration. Another symbol is the jack-o'-lantern, the hollowed-out pumpkin. Originally, it was a turnip they used to carve out, and put a demonic face on it. Well, that's what Halloween started out as, and that's what it is today. Now, as I stated before, as Christians, we don't conform to the patterns of this world. So, what we're going to do this year is have a harvest party on Halloween, and you can come. Now, we ask you not to wear any costumes or anything. Just come as you are and be who you are, and we're going to go back just like the Pilgrims, or I shouldn't say just like the Pilgrims, but the original American colonists that wanted to have a celebration of the harvest, okay? So that's what we're going to be doing this year for Children's Church. I think you're going to like it. But you know what, Adela Ray? We can go out trick-or-treating. Nobody else will be doing it but just us. And that way, we'll get all the candy. It's a good idea. Don't you think so? Well, hi, boys and girls. I'm here at my house in Harlem, New York. Now, I'm going to be waiting for the trick-or-treaters, and guess what? This time, they won't get a treat at all, but they will be tricked. Hey, it's going to be fun. I'm here with the bad guy.